From Corrie to Cocomelon. This is, this is how we chart a quiet but revolutionary transformation. It's not a coup d'etat, but something far more unsettling for Britain's traditional media institutions. YouTube has overtaken ITV as the UK's second most watched TV service. It's up there with Maya 2C TV. According to Ofcom's 2025 report, the platform now sits just behind the BBC in terms of overall reach. But when it comes to younger viewers, the so-called Generation Alpha, YouTube is already king. 1 in 5 children aged 4 to 15 now turns to YouTube first when they switch on the TV. BBC One and ITV, mere flotsam in the streaming tide. And the story doesn't end with the young. Older viewers, those over 55, have doubled their YouTube consumption in just 2 years. A few minutes of gardening tips, a television sermon, a compilation of Gavin and Stacey clips, and YouTube is the new afternoon tea. What's behind this decline in scheduled TV viewing? In 2024, people spent 4% less time watching broadcast TV, and the average fell to 2 hours 24 minutes a day, while total viewing time across all platforms stayed stable at 4 hours 30 minutes. In other words, people aren't watching less, they're watching elsewhere. And here's the killer statistic. 16 to 24-year-olds watch just 17 minutes of live TV per day in 2024. Less than a TikTok dance and a half. YouTube doesn't care when you're free. It's there when you want it. And its algorithm is disturbingly good at knowing what you want to see next. Compare this to ITV's rigid programming structure or clunky ad-riddled streaming apps. And young people, young viewers, want agency. They don't want to consume, they want to comment, react, remix, and follow. And YouTube offers a parasocial intimacy and audience control. ITV offers tipping point. And YouTube's top trending videos increasingly resemble traditional formats, game shows, long-form interviews, but without legacy baggage. Mr. Beast, Cocomelon, and T-Series dominate because they're global, unfiltered, and relentlessly adapted for audience appetite. The BBC still leads overall, bolstered by live events like the Euros and Christmas specials, Gavin and Stacey. The finale hit 18.6 million views. But even the corporation is quietly panicking. Deborah Turness, head of BBC News, has tasked her new AI division with driving growth on YouTube. Meanwhile, Channel 4 has embraced the shift most boldly, placing vast archives on YouTube to reach Gen Z. ITV, for its part, has struck a YouTube deal, but its strategy is half-hearted. It still treats the platform as a side hustle, a gimmick, a grifting. This is a mistake. YouTube is not an archive or a dumping ground, it's a new front line. And Ofcom has been candid. Unless ITV and its peers show more ambition, public service media faces an existential threat. This isn't mere alarmism. The proportion of content viewed from traditional broadcasters has fallen from 71% in 2018 to 56% in 2024. And if broadcasters want to remain relevant, they must go to the viewer, not expect the viewer to come to them. They must rethink not only how they distribute content, but how they create it. And youth programming cannot be merely youth-themed. It must be platform-native. And no, a quiz show with emojis in the title won't cut it. ITV once prided itself on giving the people what they want. Now, YouTube is doing so much better. It's leaner, faster, more global, more intimate, and it's free. But there's still hope. Audiences still trust public broadcasters for accuracy, for drama, for live events, and there's room for evolution, but only if ITV and the BBC stop acting like stewards of a crumbling cathedral and start behaving like digital insurgents. Because in the end, ITV is now competing directly with Netflix and with Now and with Prime, and they do the job better. Because Gen Alpha isn't coming back to ITV for Emmerdale. They're watching slime videos and K-pop behind their smart TV remotes. And frankly, who can blame them?